Hi, my beautiful friends. So I wanted to do a makeup tutorial. I try to come on as often as possible to show you guys this makeup I'm slinging over here, but also I have to share with you guys what we did today for the podcast. So if you're not listening to the podcast, it's called The Dating Detectives, and a couple weeks back, we did an episode about sex trafficking. The episode was called The OnlyFans Pimp, and it was basically these two girls that shared their story about how they were basically trafficked. Okay, so they were trafficked on OnlyFans, and the guy that was like supposed to be their boyfriend actually, he turned out to be their pimp, basically, right? So he was literally trafficking them, like, and so we didn't realize that. We just thought it was going to be like a dogfish situation, and we didn't realize it was going to be as serious as it was. I don't even think the girls that told their story realized that this was trafficking. Like they were trafficked through OnlyFans, right? Anyways, so today hold on, let me put my number here for in case you want to get a free color match, or you can just comment match. But so while I do my makeup, you can just have access to it. But I wanted to share with you. So today we actually recorded an episode where we chatted with a woman who is a trafficking expert. So dogfish is, it's a word that we made up. It's a term that we coined on the Dating Detectives podcast that basically describes like a person who is lying about who they are. So it's someone who is misleading you or manipulating you into thinking they are someone that they aren't. And so that's what we called a dogfish, because when you think of like catfish, you think of someone that's like, oh, this is, this person says they're a 30-year-old woman, but really it's like a 60-year-old man, right? So, and they're using the picture of someone else or whatever. So it's not catfishing, it's dogfishing. So this is a person who's lying about basically everything else. So anyways, so we got to interview a sex trafficking expert, and we have to put this episode on the podcast. You can send it to me. Make sure that I get all this information. You can email the podcast at investigate@thedatingdetectivespodcast.com. I think that's right. I'll double check it. So investigate@thedatingdetectivespodcast.com. Send us your story. Those go straight to us. Molly reads them. She's our producer, and she'll set up all the, the interviews and stuff. But anyways, so the whole thing was that, hey Shannon, hey everybody. So anyways, the whole thing was that this sex trafficking expert was talking to us about like the actual definition of trafficking. And so when we first posted the story, right, when we first shared the story of the girls, we were like, wait a minute, I never know the email address. Thank you for listening. No, I had filler recently. I wanted to get them a little plumper, and I tried filler, and I actually really like it. I think it's pretty. Thank you so much. But the shape was pretty good before. I just plumped them up a little bit, and I think they're still a little bit swollen, but, so anyways, we were talking about, like, once we aired the episode of the girls, the dogfish or the OnlyFans pimp, and they were talking about how this guy basically manipulated them into doing sexual activity on OnlyFans, right? So even though they were benefiting monetarily because they were using OnlyFans, he basically was their boyfriend, and he was saying, hey, you do this, and I'm gonna act as your manager because I can help you with this, and we'll even do stuff together on OnlyFans, and we can, I'll take half the profits, right? And so this guy basically lied through fraud and coercion, and fraud, coercion, and force is the definition of trafficking, is when you lie to, using those things to get someone to do something, whatever. So anyways, so when she described that, we were like, holy crap. But anyways, when we aired the episode, we didn't realize that's what was happening. Like we weren't calling it trafficking. Like we were just like, oh man, these girls really got lied to pretty bad. Like that is, it's pretty awful. And so we just didn't realize. And so whenever we realized what this actually was, it kind of, we got a lot of calls from a lot of other people saying like, oh my gosh, I think I'm dating the same guy, or oh my gosh, I'm dating someone like this. And we did not realize how big of an issue this was. And so now, like, there's so many people writing in that they feel like this is exactly what's happening to them. And so we didn't realize how serious, like, or not how serious, like, obviously it's serious, but we didn't realize how much this happens. And so we were just like blown away by it. So we are just so grateful for the support. And that's why, like, if you get a chance to share the podcast, share those episodes, share the part 1 and 2 of the OnlyFans pimp. And that's where we were really breaking into sex trafficking. And what we learned today from I use Sandy, and this is linen that I'm using to brighten. And then I use cedar. I've been using cedar for contour, and it's really pretty. No, totally get your lips done. It's pretty. It only lasts for 6 months. If you don't like it, it'll fade. But you should totally do it. Yeah, you can do this is only half a syringe. This isn't a whole one. Like, it's just, and it's kind of really subtle. It just plumps out the lines and stuff. Thank you, Jennifer. But no, totally do it. Yeah, and we'll see, we want to give his real name, right? Like, obviously we want to give his real name. Tracy, I'll show you. That's my lip color, and I'll show you. Like, don't be like scared. Like, you'll see. She put numbing all over. I didn't feel a single thing. I'm just letting you, I did a whole video on it. I'll show you. Yeah, I have June. You want to see June? So anyways, so when we talked to the sex trafficking expert and she shared with us more about what was actually happening or whatever, we just did not realize how much this happens. And it was just really crazy. So that's going to be on Patreon. So hold on, I'll show you my shade. This is my shade Sandy. And then I'll show you June right next to it. June and Sandy are very similar. June's just lighter, but they're similar in tone. So this is the shade I'm using, and the colors online are much darker. So trust my color match. I promise you, I will not match you wrong. Well, I mean, I'm only human, so if it happens, then we can just swap it out. But I'm pretty good. Hold on. No, it really doesn't hurt that bad. Does the makeup go with oily skin? Yes, Melissa, this works really well with oily skin because usually oily skin is oily because it's not hydrated enough. So there's no alcohols in this. There's only 11 ingredients, and it works really well because it hydrates your skin without drying it out. So your skin, over about a week or so, will learn that it really doesn't have to produce as much oil. And like 99% of my customers, I can't say 100% because I don't know if it's all of them, but many of my customers report that their skin has stopped being oily, and mine personally it's not oily anymore. So yes, absolutely. Just comment match. I'll send you a color match. You can try it. There's like a 30-day return policy, so you should totally try it. Yeah, I did the Botox too. I did one that like lifts right here because when I rest my eyes, they kind of go down. So I'm gonna be 40 this year, you guys. I need help. So, and then I just did this because I have these really bad like horns right here, and it gives me really bad headaches when I can't, when I furrow my, I can't do it now. Like, this is me doing it. But it really just takes away that, you know. No, there's no SPF. There's titanium dioxide, but I will share with you that my favorite SPF so far, well, I have two of them. This is the Elastin. I love the Elastin SPF. This is really good. That's a SPF 36. And then this one from Drunk Elephant, it's a SPF 30. And these are a little bit, I don't want to say a BB cream, but kind of like a BB cream, but still thin enough to wear under your makeup. Those, try one of those, but you can just put usually any SPF underneath. Yes, if you have redness or if you have like rosacea, things like that, try this makeup. It has color correcting properties, so you might not necessarily need like a color corrector or anything, so definitely try it. Yeah, and absolutely, like, go do your, you'll love it. I don't know, I think little enhancements like that are nice for our face. So anyways, so the, yeah, the sex trafficking expert was super knowledgeable. She's been in the field about 10 years, and she works a lot with children. She speaks to students a lot and works with, no, it doesn't crease or cake or settle or anything like that. You just really don't need that much. So it won't do all that creasing. It's cream, so it moves with your skin. So it acts like a second skin. It doesn't evaporate like liquid foundations do, because they have alcohols in them. They dry up, they have to evaporate. So this doesn't do that. It'll just move with your skin. So, the ball up. Oh, mine didn't ball up. Well, she said if it does ball up, you just like squeeze it and mash it and then it's fine. But I didn't have that experience, but if it does, she said it's fine. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, the sex trafficking expert like talks to a lot of students. And what was interesting was that, so you know how we think of like sex trafficking as like, kids that are being like kidnapped, or I mean, not just kids, but you know what I mean? Like people being kidnapped, abducted, and used for sex trafficking, right? But she said that's actually one of the least common, means of sex trafficking. And a lot of it is just by that coercion and just about like the, you know what I mean? Like the coercion and the, just the manipulation that you don't realize you're being manipulated because you agree to do certain things. And it's the way that they manipulate you. Like they make you feel safe and they make you feel like you can agree to these things in a safe environment. And then really it's all just, you know, this big manipulation. And you look back and you're like, well, I did agree to that. So was this consensual? This couldn't have been trafficking because I really did consent to it. But it was really, really interesting. So if you're not on the Patreon, it's $5 a month for the podcast Patreon, but it's so worth it. So legally, at this point, we have to keep it on Patreon per our attorney. So we have to keep it on the Patreon. But it was so worth it to hear what she had to say. And also the updates about the OnlyFans pimp and the story with that, like the updates on that, we have to keep on the Patreon per legal counsel or whatever. So, but it's so worth it, like to hear more about that, and just crazy more people coming forward. Yes, if you order a collection and you don't like one of the colors, you can exchange it. Yes. Or you can return the whole collection, but you can exchange one of the shades in it. Oh, the sunscreens. Yeah. So sometimes the sunscreens ball up. These ones don't really do that at all. And not in my experience anyways. They really melt into the skin really nicely. I think a lot of the Saint artists, they say don't use products with silicone. Personally, I don't have a problem using anything with silicone in it, but I don't know if these have. This one doesn't. Like the Drunk Elephant doesn't have anything like that. So this one definitely not. The Elastin, I don't think. No, this one either. But try it for your skin. Like, see what works for your skin. But these ones, I've never had that problem. Especially if you let it soak in enough. I have a fun blush for Punta Cana. Currently have Nude and Boardwalk. Ooh, Nude and Boardwalk. Those are pretty together, too. You should try those. Like, do Nude and then Boardwalk on top. Oh, I've never heard of Skin Medic. I wonder why it does that. That's so weird. I don't like it when it balls. It gets all like pilling on your skin or whatever. So when I do contour around my lips, it just kind of adds a little bit of a shadow here. So it just gives a little bit more of a pout so that when your makeup is finished, it just has that really subtle, like kind of pouty look. I can notice a difference when I don't do it, and so, but it's so subtle, so it's not really necessary, but you do whatever you want. Medical grade. Oh, it's medical grade and it's still pill. That's interesting. Try a different one. You know, sometimes it surprises me because I'll go to the drugstore or like just Walgreens or something, and sometimes the $5 products are even better than like the $40 products. It's so weird. Like, you know, it's so random which ones they are though sometimes, but I'll try anything. Like if they're like, you know, if someone's like, hey, try this, I'll try it and let you know what I think. Look like I had a mustache. This is a natural shadow. I haven't put anything here, but if I didn't have like the lip filler and I just put a shadow there, that's what it would look like. But you can also, like you don't have to put anything there. You can actually just do a little brightener there if you want, but it's really preference on how you do it. Like some, you know, you might not do it like the way that I do. So just try it however you want. when you put the brush to the product, you pinch it together. Oh, so when I like to use different brushes. There's multiple brushes that do multiple different jobs, right? So when I squeeze it like this, so when the brush is just like this, you get like, this is like a medium coverage brush because it's a little bit fluffy, but still a little bit dense, right? This side, totally sheer light coverage because it's super fluffy, right? Another brush that I like is the detail brush. And I like the detail brush because it has an end like this, which is very dense and see the shape of it. But I like to use one brush to show that you can use one brush. However, if you want to use multiple brushes, you can. So all of the brushes are double-ended, so you can really use however you want. But I really like, no, I filled these, girl. I filled these for sure. I don't see anything since 228 for episodes on Patreon. Yeah, you're missing a lot. There's like 2 episodes missing and some Patreons. So anyways, so whenever I squeeze it like this, it's to make it more dense. So if I just tap it in here like this, it's more fluffy. But if I do it like this, really dense, it'll pick up a little bit more. And then when I stamp it on versus like sweep it on, or, you know, it makes a difference in how it applies. So you can really do it however you want. So for me, typically, if I'm not like, you know, if I'm just doing my makeup regular, I might use this brush for like the detail brush for the contour and these little areas here, because you see how it just fits right there in those areas. I might use this small brush for the little concealer shade or the brightening highlight here and a little bit here, maybe a little bit down my nose. And then I'll use this for like the all over color because it's a little bit bigger. But really, I want to show that you can just use one brush, but you can really do whatever you want. I hope that answers your question. Okay, so this color is called Tiger Lily. I'll show you that in 1 second. And then this one is grape. I don't think there's grape anymore, but this color, you're going to be like, holy shit, maybe I should listen to Mackenzie and try some colors because that's actually really pretty. Hold on, I'll show you. So this is my Bella bronzer, and I tap into this just to kind of pick up a good amount. And what I like to do is put this on the tops of my cheekbones. And I like to go for it. Like, I'm someone who really loves the bronzer. You can use it lighter if you want, but it only looks scary before it's blended. And then once you blend it, you're like, oh, well, I'll be damned. And you're like, oh, that's actually really nice. So anyways. Aw, thanks, Laura. Nuh-uh, black cherry is available. Don't say that. Get out. No, it's there. I would have heard, no, I would have, oh, you know what you could be doing? If you're on the lip and cheek colors, there's different categories. So there's like a satin and a, satin, gloss, and semi-gloss. So make sure you're on the different categories. So if you're in the satin, maybe you need to go over to the gloss category because black cherry is not a gloss. So you'll probably just see it there. So somebody check that, because if there's no black cherry, I'm gonna lose it. Okay, so this is the bronzer. You see what I mean about like it not being scary once you blend it? This makeup really just melts into your skin. So this is really, really good for anybody of any age. So for young ladies who are just starting out, like I do a lot of, thanks, Jennifer. I do a lot of building palettes for teens because I don't know if you remember, but like in 8th grade, we were taught like slather on the liquid, then do this, and then we had this big long line and all this stuff, right? I love your makeup so much. Oh, I love that. With young ladies, I feel like the reason I love this makeup for younger ladies is because you really don't need that much. And I think it kind of inspires a little bit of, it kind of shows them that a little bit goes a long way. And so in the future, as they continue to do their makeup, I feel like once that's ingrained in them, they might continue that with, even if they don't use this makeup anymore, which once you use this makeup, forget it. You're never going, like, you'll be like, I'll be darned. I'm never going back. But it just kind of, it's custom to them and it's just perfect for exactly what they need. And less is more. So I think teaching that to young ladies really does a number for showing them that you don't have to use makeup as a mask. She said all ages. Oh, she's 7? Oh, give her a little blush, a little illuminator or something. Do you think they'll have a sale for Mother's Day? I don't know about Mother's Day, but on Sunday, there's going to be a free gift with a $100 purchase. So if you build a palette, you'll get free gift with purchase. And I'm not gonna lie, like probably if you do multiple different orders, like you probably get a different gift every time. That's probably what I'll do. Do a couple different orders and get a free gift. What sunscreen? I use SPF. This is SPF 36. This is the Elastin. And this is skin, like really good quality, like skin, medical grade. I don't know if it's medical grade, but like dermatologist, esthetician, whatever. And then I like the Drunk Elephant one because there's no extra like ingredients that you don't need. So there's that. And then, hold on. Is it normal that the makeup is dry and hard? A couple of mine came melted and some seem dried out. Vicky, that's totally normal. It's just the consistency of the makeup. If you rub your finger on the top of it to just kind of like soften it a little bit, or you can like zap it with a blow dryer. But once you take your makeup and you apply it to your face, it softens, and it'll soften with the heat from your skin. So don't worry, it's still usable. It'll still soften on your face. And I actually have a video that I was going to post, I think tomorrow, where I put the makeup on my face. Like I did the cheetah hack, the cheetah highlight and contour method, where you put all the dots and the lines and then you blend it. And so I did everything on my face and then blow dry. And once you blow dry, then it's all soft and melty and it blends like butter on warm toast. It's amazing. But it'll blend really nicely. Oh, girl, you can't come up in here with those accusations. You can't say bomb on an airplane. This girl, Lord Jesus, had me a heart attack with the black cherry. I can't with you. Do we still need a prime, or is that not necessary? So, I'm gonna be 40 in July too. Like are you gonna be 40 this year? Because if so, we're twinsies. So if you are like these fine lines here, you can start to see those and everything. The only thing I recommend with those is like try to avoid illuminator in that area. But even with your fine lines, like this makeup will be totally fine. Personally, I recommend trying your makeup with no primer, because this is something that is formulated to just melt into your skin and act as a second skin. I can go without primer. It lasts all day. It's fine. I can use primer. It lasts all day. It's fine. So I think it's a matter of what your skin wants, but then I would try it with primer, see what works better for your skin, because it's not like a one size fits all situation. But if you are someone who absolutely wants a primer, or you want a refresher before you do your makeup, I recommend the Saint setting spray as a primer because it has aloe in it. Aloe is great for the moisture. It's great for bulletproofing. It's great for a primer, and it's really, really refreshing on your skin. So that's one thing that I might recommend. If you're not sure about a primer, try the Saint setting spray. It has the aloe. Carousel. Yes, I have Carousel. I have every shade, whatever you need. Yeah, that's true too. So if it's like, my husband is a penguin, okay? Like he's a polar bear. We live in the freaking Arctic here in Tampa, Florida. And it's like 12 degrees in my house. So if I sit in like in the vanity in my bedroom, the vent is right here. And so my makeup is really, really hard, versus like if I'm on surveillance doing my makeup, it is so creamy. So sometimes it does make a difference in the temperature. Let's see, the carousel. You want to say carousel? I want to show you the carousel. Carousel is really pretty. It's really light and, hold on. It's here. Oh, here it is. This is the carousel. So carousel is sheer, the little tiny bit of pigment. See how it's like a glossy with a little tiny bit of shimmer, but still it's going to be really, really sheer. This is going to be a great topper for one of the satin shades. So if you don't like the super dry look of a satin or that matte finish, Carousel would be pretty over like a pinkish color of that. When you do your PR work, do you wear a hat or wear dark clothes or not wear makeup, or can you not give your secret? So whenever I'm doing surveillance, like this personality is not on surveillance. Like my personality is very like introvert, like creepy, not creepy, but like kind of like I'm sitting in a dark car, like with dark windows, like watching people, so whatever. But anyway, so that is like a totally different person on surveillance. Oh, I'm July 4th. Girl, get this freaking makeup. I'm almost 50 and this makeup is amazing. Yes, girl. Yeah, well, primer is good if you're doing dog grooming. Yeah, definitely. 52, and I love saying, yay! Okay, this is Tiger Lily. These colors look really scary online. Even when I color match you, you're gonna be like, I don't know, these colors look really dark. Just trust me, girl, put some faith in me, and I will guide you in the right direction. Once you get your shades and you put it on and you blend it in, then you'll be like, oh, okay, she's not on, after all, she's not like high on crack. Like, this is fine. So I feel like just trust me, and then whenever you get your shades, you try it on, and then you'll understand. But if there's any chance that something is wrong, we can totally swap it out. Okay, so this color is called Tiger Lily, and Tiger Lily is kind of a scary pink, right? Like, it seems really scary. But whenever you tap this on your cheeks, you can see that it's actually not that scary. So this makeup looks it is really pigmented. It looks crazy in the pan, but once it's on your skin, you guys, it literally gets super sheer and just starts melting. And so it just changes. It changes the whole structure of like the makeup, like the what do you call it? The texture or whatever? The formulation of the makeup is different on your skin. And then you're like, oh, this really makes a lot of sense. Telling you, my hand to Jesus, I'm telling you. If you're trying to cover redness, Becky, are you trying to cover areas of redness, like maybe pimples, or like areas of like redness, like rosacea or problematic skin, stuff like that? So if you have areas of redness, like pimples, you can actually pinpoint those with usually like a yellow color corrector. So there's also demis, which you don't need to know this, but I can match you to a perfect like color corrector shade or several, whatever you need. But if you're trying to cover large areas of redness, I always recommend trying this makeup first on your skin and seeing how well it color corrects or how well it does what you need it to do, how well it covers. And then if you're still unhappy with the coverage, adding more. That way, number one, you're not buying what you don't need, and you're not adding, layers where there might not need to be any. So try the makeup first and then go that route, and that's where I come in, and I can kind of work with you and see what I can do to help you further if you need it. Yeah, it's hard. When you first get it, like, you want to apply like a madman. Like, we're so used to slathering our face, right? And so when you get your Saint makeup, you're like, oh, I don't have to, like, that's way too much. And then at first I was like, this is so stupid. Like, this is hideous. This is so cakey. And then I was like, I'm using way too much. And after 3 weeks, then I realized, and it was fine. The consistency. Thank you. Words are hard. Words are hard for me. Okay. So this color, okay, this is where I'm trying to tell you, and nobody ever believes me. They really don't. This color, and I'm really digging in here. Okay. This is not like, I'm really digging in. This is grape. Okay. So this is like a sheer kind of, lippy. And this, see how pretty that is? It's not super crazy. This is grape. I don't think it's in stock. And this was in the Fruit Punch collection. So if the Fruit Punch collection comes out again, get the freaking grape, because I'm telling you, it's so freaking pretty, and it looks good on really anyone. Like, I don't think there's an eye color or skin tone that it really doesn't go with. But it's just really pretty, and you can use it on your cheeks too. So this is one of those colors that's like, if like black cherry, for instance, a lot of people are scared of black cherry because online it looks black. Black cherry ain't black. Like, black cherry is, hold on, let me show you. Black cherry is, I need my glasses, Lord Jesus. This is black cherry, look. This is black cherry, and a lot of people are like, oh my God, like black cherry, it's so scary. No, it's not. Watch. That's black cherry, but watch. But wait, there's more. That's black cherry. Do you see what I mean? Like, these shades are not super crazy. They are not insane. I am not insane, and everybody thinks I'm insane when they get their color match and they're like, I don't know, girl. Like sometimes there's a lot of times when I do color matches, I like to send a text and an email, right? And my process is like, kind of like the Clinique Black Honey, but the Black Honey is a little bit more brown. I think this one's a little bit plummier, but the Clinique one is still really pretty. I think that, so my process is when someone gets color matched, I send them their color match or whatever, and I'm communicating with them. And then if I don't hear from them, I'm not someone who loves like sales. Like I'm probably in like the worst job ever, but like somehow I'm a top seller here. I don't know. I sell a lot of makeup for someone who hates sales, but whatever. Anyways, that's how good the makeup is. Anyway, so, I don't like a lot of sales, so I'm not someone who's like, okay, are you buying your makeup? But I do appreciate customer service, and I think it's important. So I usually try to reach out and say, hey, just wanted to know if you had any questions about your color match. Like what do you say? Like, you know what I mean? So I try to follow up at least one time. And I think that's the nice thing to do. But anyways, a lot of people, they'll be like, they'll just ghost me, right? Because they'll get their color match and then I'll never hear from them again. And then I'm like, hey, did you have any questions? Yeah, it's gluten-free. Do you have any questions about your color match or whatever? I'm here to help, whatever. And a lot of times they'll say, those colors were just too dark. Like those colors are wild. And I was like, I don't like, no, it's not. And I'm like, please, will you just try it? And then they try it and they're like, oh my gracious, you were right. And I'm like, I know. I thought you were completely off your rocker with your color match. You're not. Thank you, Lynette. I'm telling you. I've only used OG makeup sticks before. Is this similar? I'm not familiar with that brand. I'm not familiar with that brand, but if it's a cream, it might be something similar. So this makeup has beeswax in it. I don't know about the OG brand, but this makeup has beeswax, and beeswax is really, really good for your skin. So if you have problematic skin or rosacea or eczema or psoriasis or the pregnancy hormone issues on your skin or whatever, this makeup is really good for it, because if you go to the Google machine, look it up, I promise. Beeswax is really, really good for your skin and has really nice healing properties. So just make sure that you're if you try it, just obviously make sure with your doctor or whatever that the ingredients are okay, but try it and you'll be like, this is really nice. And you'll notice a lot of people, if you're not in my beauty group on Facebook, you have to go because they talk about it a lot. It's called Freedom in Beauty VIP. But the ladies there talk a lot about how ever since they started using this makeup, their skin has cleared up from acne. My skin cleared up from acne. I was getting really bad hormonal acne. I've always had, and you can see a million acne scars down here. But, oh no, your makeup melted. I'm so sorry. But yeah, try Saint. I really think you'll like it. And it's hard because I sell the makeup, so of course I have to say that. Just go to my beauty group and just read the comments. I don't have to say nothing. They sell the makeup for me. Because they know, they actually use it. These are actual real people who have no monetary benefit. They just love their makeup, and they are the best people to get that information from. Hey, Rachel. Yeah, I think that's true for me too, Lynette. Even when I get period, when I break out from period acne or whatever, it really does go away pretty fast. But it's just really beautiful makeup. So it's my foundation, my concealer, my contour, my bronzer, my blush, my lipstick. There's eyeshadows, there's illuminator, there's powder, and it's all in one. Does it come with a brush? Every shade, every compact, every brush is sold separately, so everything is individually chosen by you. However, we do have collections that are pre-made. So if you're someone who's I don't know, I don't want to deal with a color match, I just want to get a simple collection to get started, you can get a pre-made collection. There's one in this size, there's one in this size, and there's one in between that's this size. So there's 3 different collections, and if you get a pre-made collection, these come with the brush. So if you get, if you want to start out, you can get this. This is the foundation, the concealer, the contour, and the blush. So just enough to give you an idea of the dimension that you can get. And you can always add eyeshadows and more lip and cheek colors later. But you can start with this. It comes with the 3D brush, which is a really great start. This is $107, by the way. So it's, if you build a palette individually, it's $16, like it's $16, which is super affordable. So then if you run out of one and you need to replace it, it's only like 16 bucks. So it's this, when you buy the collection, it saves you a couple dollars, but it comes with the brush. And on Sunday, when they have the free gift with a $100 purchase, the number 4 collection, which is what this one is, you just choose your shade. You can go, I can help you choose your shade, or you can go online and there's like different pictures of different women to kind of show you what shade level you might be. Anyways, if you get this, you'll qualify for the free gift. So it's kind of fun. I think Sunday, last year they did the free golden gift with purchase and everybody lost their minds. Like they were like, I need this eyeshadow. And this year it's a surprise. I don't know what it is this year, but it's either like one of the pins, like the hair pins that's gold, or maybe it's a goldy illuminator, maybe it's a gold eyeshadow. I have no idea. They're not telling us. It's a surprise. Marta, text me the number. I pinned the phone number here. Just shoot me a text. I got you. I will totally help you. You can, by the way, if you are one of my customers or you sign up to get a color match or whatever, like you fill out my form and it comes to me over text, if you ever get like a email or a text from me that is automated, or it says like, hey, like you can opt out or reply stop if you don't want to get messaged, whatever, those are curated by me. And because of the volume of customers that I have, it would take me a really long time and it wouldn't make sense for me to message 20,000 people individually. So what I do is I set up a mass text so that all of my customers at one time get a text that says, hey, there's a sale going on this day. Just wanted to let you know, here's the link, here's the information. And so those are automated, right? But I don't want you to think that when you talk to me, it's automated. So if you reply to that and say, hey girl, I have a question about this, it's totally just me. Like you can text me anytime. It's me, like it is me using my thumbs and replying. But if you do get an automated message, it's something that I personally curated to send to all of my customers just because it makes more sense to do that. It's more efficient, whatever. So just know those messages you can always respond to and get me personally. You can text me anytime out of the blue, whatever you need. I'm always there. So try not to be turned off if you get like an automated message, because I won't bog you down with those. I don't like to do that. Oh, I know. That's a good idea, Linnell. If you're like, okay, what did you guys get? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I freaking love you. Thanks for the cutest info. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. It's so fun. It's like having a bunch of girlfriends. It's like having a bunch of friends. I like it. So it's not a sale, but there is a gift with purchase. So it's like, it's the first promo of the year. Well, the first promo was like the birthday, the January, the artist birthday, where it was like celebrating 7 years of being an artist, and it was, or the artist program, and it was like a 007 theme, which, hello, I'm a private investigator, 007. I was like, yes, this is exciting. And so that was for like new artists who enroll, and they got like a special gift in their artist kit, and there was a bunch of new releases and stuff like that. Like this pink palette was released, which is gorgeous, right? So pretty. And there was a couple eyeshadows. This one was released, this really pretty like quad palette, which I don't think it's available now, but anyway, so there was a bunch of new releases. But this is, last year there was a sale like every single month, and so this year I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but it's gonna be really fun. But we had on the artist birthday, the promotion in January, there was like I need you to stop talking. I said I was gonna hula hoop for your entire life. Oh, let me tell y'all a story. Good for you on the hula hoop. I'm so proud of you. Way to be accountable. So anyway, so on the artist birthday, there were so many artists who signed up, and I had like 140 girls sign up on my team to be a Saint artist. They're doing so well. It was so cool. And it's really neat to be in this group of women who just like, it's just like this big sisterhood, and it's really cool. So if you want to be a Saint artist, just comment artist. I'll give you some information, but it's just such a cool environment here, and we just connect, and it's just so fun. And there's a conference, like we call it the reunion. So like the Saints reunion is in September in Atlanta. And so we get to like, so I'm dress shopping, which I probably shouldn't be because my size, like I'm losing weight, so my size keeps changing. But so that video the other day where I posted about the windshield guy coming to the house and I'm like wearing a ball gown because me and my friend were trying on dresses. She's an artist too. And so we were trying on dresses and the windshield guy comes and I'm like, she's like, oh my God, we're in dresses. I'm like, girl, give me the phone. Like, I will go answer that door. So I was like, hey fella, you like my dress? Anyways, so that was one of the dresses that I tried on. But anyways, so fun events like that are just so, like, they're so good for your spirit. And it's just, if you don't sell an ounce of makeup, like if you're just here for like the discount or whatever, like I don't think that really benefit you. You'd have to buy a lot of makeup to be here just for the discount. But it's still, the sisterhood is insane. So if you want information about that, you just have to message me and I'll give you some info. That video is so funny, right? Like, it was hilarious. And the windshield guy was like, yeah. And so the dress was like, I don't know how to describe it. The dress was like velvet, okay? Like that velvety material. But then it had sequins. So the whole dress was like velvet or sequins over velvet. And so I was like, this looks like carpet with sequins on it. And so I was like, but the theme for this year's thing is like over the rainbow, like Wizard of Oz kind of. And so find out about the color match. Oh, just comment, just type the word match by itself right here. Just type match and I will send you my color match. Like I have it set up to send you the color match link and then you just upload your selfie and it'll come straight to my text and then I'll reply. But I'll follow up with you just to make sure you get it. But anyway, so the theme this year is like over the rainbow, right? And so they're like the dress for the gala, like the actual like award ceremony and like the foster care dinner, like the big gala or whatever is, I did make him feel the fabric. I did. I was like, feel it. I was like, does it feel like carpet? And he was like, I was like, it's carpety, right? And he goes, yeah, I mean, no, I mean, like, it's fine. But anyway, so it's Wizard of Oz theme, and I was like, the gold theme is, or the theme for the gala is gold, like a gold dress, and so everybody's gonna be wearing different dresses that are like gold or whatever, but it made me think of like the Cowardly Lion, so I was like, this is fine if it's like carpety because it was the velvet material with the sequins, which like, like sequins are shimmery and like glitter is my favorite color. And so when you see like any kind of glitter, I have to show you guys. There was one dress that I got in the mail because I ordered like, I don't know, 15 dresses, right? And then you try them on and if you don't like it, you send it back because Amazon. And so I'm trying on all these dresses. Well, there's one that came in the mail and I need to preface this by saying my husband hates glitter, okay? Like, you know, guys sometimes like go to strip clubs, it's like a guy thing. He won't ever, never, even if he was into that, like he would never, just because of the glitter. He's like, I would never step foot into a strip club because glitter. No, absolutely not. And so that's how serious this is, right? And so like he will not go to a bachelor party where they're going to a strip club because glitter. So anyways, so I ordered this dress, right? And it looked so pretty online and I was like, oh, glitter, my favorite color. So I opened the bag and pull the dress out, and when I did, and it unrolled and like unfolded and it was like flat, and all this glitter was just all over my kitchen floor. Like, it was so bad. There, I have to post the video. It was so funny. All this glitter just comes falling out of this, like, pounds of glitter. And so when I'm looking at this dress and I was like, well, I have to try on the dress. Like, I gotta see if it's at least cute. And it was a really cute dress and I put it on. It was so pretty, right? So I walk over around like the bar of my kitchen and I walk over to my living room where there's like a body mirror so I could see the whole dress. And so there's this trail of glitter just around my kitchen into my living room. And my husband's going like, and he has the vacuum, like the stick vacuum that like plugs into the wall and you like, and it's just like all over whatever. And so he's like chasing me around with his vacuum cleaner, trying to get it was hilarious. So anyways, what it looks like is that like, it looks like a toddler took like Elmer's glue, and you know how you used to do the lines of the Elmer's glue, like you would do a decoration with like the Elmer's glue, and then you would like pour or sprinkle like these chunks of glitter onto the Elmer's glue. But then when it dries, like when it's all dry, then you like shake off whatever it is and you like release the extra glitter, right? And so that's what this dress was. It was like a toddler took Elmer's glue to you guys would have died. Like, it was the funniest thing ever. So then we just have like all this glitter pouring from this dress. And my husband is looking at me with like death stares. Like he's shooting daggers with his eyes. It was really funny. Are you still hula hooping? I love it. If you listen, that hoop is no joke. That hula hoop will work it out. I'm telling you. I'm so glad you're doing it though, because it is really fun. Anyway, so yeah. So this is the makeup. Try it. Oh, you guys, I'm doing a giveaway for these. I have a different, I think one of every size of these palettes because they're green and it's March and green, like duh. So anyways, I'm giving away these green palettes of different sizes. Get in my beauty group on Facebook. It's called Freedom in Beauty VIP. Make sure you type the VIP. And that's my beauty group. Join it because that's where I do a lot of my giveaways and I really connect with my customers there. And so go with, because I'll be giving away a lot of these. I do a lot of giveaways because giving is like my love language. Like that's just how I show like my love and appreciation and, you know, oh, you got hit by a car. Like, let me buy you the Barbie. I don't know, like whatever. You know what I mean? But that's just my thing. It's like, oh, maybe they need a gift. Anyways, so giving is my love language. I love to do giveaways. People really appreciate it. We have fun with it. And so get in there. And usually I just like, I bribe you. I'm like, hey, I'll give you a palette if like you post a picture where you felt the most beautiful or whatever. Like usually it's just something to like inspire each other, just to, you know, I don't know. Oh, so finally, the last thing that I want to add is that when we were talking to the sex trafficking expert today for the podcast recording, one thing that she mentioned is that these dogfish, like these traffickers, right? They are successful because they are manipulative, right? So they are able to easily manipulate people into getting them to do these sexual acts that, well, that's the whole trafficking part, right? But what she said was, she said a lot of times they manipulate you based on what they, hold on, let me grab my note. She said, I want to make sure I say it right. She said, oh, they prey on unmet needs. And a lot of times those unmet needs are like our confidence, right? Like if they start to talk to you and start to groom you, they'll start to see like where your vulnerabilities lie. Like for me, for instance, it would be my weight. And he might be like, oh, your body's so beautiful or something like that, whatever, right? And so they start to prey on these unmet needs or these insecurities, these vulnerabilities. And a lot of times that is our confidence. That is our, like, that's our, where we falter a lot is the lack of confidence in ourselves. Because a lot of times, like whatever our trauma is, whatever our experience is, a lot of us, many of us have a lack of confidence. So they prey on that. And that's why today, when she said that, like, I just start tearing up, like, and in my head, like, I was trying to keep it cool and like professional for the podcast. But after we stopped recording, like, I'm just crying. And I felt like whenever it occurred to me that what I'm doing, like on my platform with like just trying to make women feel beautiful and confident. And what I didn't realize and what I didn't piece together was this part of my life. Like I have a criminal justice degree. I'm a criminal justice girl. I'm a true crime junkie. Like I love everything Law and Order. I love everything, not the show, but like, you know, whatever justice is or whatever. That's my jam. Right. And so what I didn't realize was that when you build women's confidence, you also take away some of those vulnerabilities and some of those unmet needs that people prey on to manipulate them. And I was like, holy crap. Like, this is like eureka, right? I was like, this could be like a whole movement. Like we need to talk about this. And so I thought it was really interesting that I'm always talking about, hey, like, you know, let's build your confidence. What can we do to build each other up instead of women always tear each other down, whatever. So if we can build each other up and start to build each other's confidence, it takes away a person's ability to prey on those unmet needs. And by doing that and working together as women, I say women just because I think it's a majority of women that we talk to on the podcast or whatever, but it's men too. But if we can start building each other's confidence, then people are less likely to fall into those traps. There's just one less thing that someone can prey on. And I really think that was just such an incredible thing to hear. It was just, when I heard that, I was like, I need to talk about that. Like, we need to talk about why it's important to build each other's confidence. It's not so we feel pretty, you know, it's not so, so I feel pretty in my makeup. This is about building confidence, about building women, because when we are less confident, we are more prone to be preyed on, not only by like traffickers, but by other people in relationships. Because where does abuse happen? In relationships, with anybody, with friendships, with your family, with your boyfriend, with your husband, whatever, right? So when you are more confident, there is less for other people to prey on. So I just thought that was really, really cool. And I just think that needs to be heard. Like, we need to share that more and more. So you guys have to listen to that episode on the Patreon. It was so good. So my beauty group is Freedom in Beauty VIP. So go join that for the giveaway. This is the color of the palettes. It's a really pretty green. This is more accurate than it looks like boogers green on there, but here it looks better. So that's kind of, it's pretty accurate. Anyways, really, really pretty green. It's not like super, super neon. And so do the giveaways and listen to the podcast. It's called The Dating Detectives. Do the Patreon. It's like $5 a month. I don't know, but you need to listen to that episode. It was I can't wait till it airs. I think it'll come out Monday, carry the one, like next Monday or something. I don't know. But definitely listen out for that one, and listen more about the OnlyFans pimp. That's like ultimate dogfish. Like, we need to talk more about him and like trafficking and all that stuff. Anyways, okay, so my boyfriend, no, my son, my husband, my boyfriend, no, my son is on spring break, and my husband has the hot tub heated up. So we're gonna go enjoy the hot tub together, and I don't know, just hang out with my baby boy and enjoy spring break with him. So thank you guys for joining me tonight, and just text whatever, send me a letter in the mail, I don't know, whatever, get a color match, and yay, yeah, just let me know what I can do to serve you. I appreciate you, and I love you guys, and yeah, that's it. Okay, love you, have a good night, bye.